Alright, you lot. So last week, my comment section looked like a support group for Ubisoft shareholders in denial.
You're being dramatic. Siege ain't getting worse. Only 25%, bro. Chill.
Well, guess what, morons? Now, actual investors are screaming louder than I was. Ubisoft's Tencent deal just detonated in the faces, and shareholders are demanding renegotiation like someone just found out lifeboats are fake. This ain't just validation, this is scorched earth, and I've brought marshmallows. Grab a helmet, we're going in. You ever watch a man hand over his house keys and say, "Don't worry, I'm still in charge"? That's Ubisoft. And Tencent just moved in, installed surveillance cameras, and started subletting attic to mobile game whales. This wasn't a partnership, it were a back alley data race with a PR makeover. Tencent didn't just buy more shares, they embedded themselves into Guillemot Brothers Limited, firm with Ubisoft's voting rates locked up in the Dragon Horde. And with that, they now hold sway over Ubisoft's most prized IPs. Assassin's Creed, Tencent has dibs. Rainbow Six, Tencent's got steering wheel. Far Cry, might as well call it Far East Cry. They've got more influence than devs trying to fix damn games. And don't hit me with, "It's only 25% defence." This ain't monopoly, it's corporate judo. They don't need majority control. They've got exclusive distribution, perpetual licensing, and power to shape direction without wearing crown. This into Slice at Pie, the bought Recipe, Franchise Bakery, and bulldozed in Anne's Cottage. And now, even shareholders are scrambling to undo. Why? Because they finally translated strategic partnership into plain English. "We just auctioned off our future to surveillance titans so we could fund more Broken Life services with deluxe horse armour." This wasn't strategic, it were economic crack cocaine. I, immediate. Crash, financial organ failure. And now money men want a liver transplant. Let's rewind to why Ubisoft shacked up with Tencent in first place. And spoiler, it wasn't a romance. It were pure Darwinism. Ubisoft's been rotting in public for years. Far Cry, cloned to death. Assassin's Creed, bloated like a fridge in a flood. Rainbow Six, monetized harder than an EA intern on a Red Bull bender. The last big innovation was selling 6 editions of vaporware before trailer even rendered. Skull and Bones took nearly a decade and still launched face first into mediocrity. The blue cash chasing trends like a middle-aged influencer. Battle Royale, too slow. NFTs, too stupid. Free-to-play shooters, XDefiant ghosted harder than your ex after payday. So when Tank hit E and reputation dipped below rock bottom, they did what all desperate execs do. They pawned studio. Not creatively, not metaphorically, literally. Tencent strolled in like a payday loan wearing a tie. Ubisoft signed soul away and called it a win. That's not strategy, that's corporate Stockholm syndrome. This is consequence of running a business on delay loops and deluxe packs. Instead of climbing out a hole, Ubisoft tied rope into a noose and let Tencent kick stool. So next time they smile in a press release, remember, that grin is held together with duct tape and stock options. This wasn't a coup, it were a quiet surrender, gift wrapped in gold skins. I remember when Rainbow Six Siege were tense, tactical, team-based brilliance. Every round felt like cutting wires on a bomb while blindfolded. Nah, it's a glitter cannon in tactical drag. Siege didn't fade, it got strip mined by Ubisoft and Tencent in a joint venture called Operation Extract Wallet. You boot it up now and instead of "let's strategize," it's "would you like Unicorn Drone Pack for $7.99 and your soul?" They say Siege is going free to play. Translation, we turned menu into a marketplace. Tencent's design DNA is everywhere. Checklist dopamine. Challenges like get 5 kills while emoting in a 2-2 to unlock a limited time sticker. Operators built to trend, not to function. If it don't look good on TikTok, it's binned. Maps swap faster than you can form muscle memory. Not for freshness, but to confuse metrics. Battle passes inside battle passes. Bronze, silver, gold. Limited Guild Edition. Siege used to be chess with guns. Now it's Candy Crush with kill streaks. It's not about tactics anymore. It's about telemetry, designed to study, stall and squeeze. Fun? Optional. Balance? Abandoned. This is behavioural economics dressed as a shooter. And to those parroting,
You don't have to pay.
mate, you don't have to wear trousers either. But try walking into a restaurant without them. When an entire meal tastes like cardboard and they charge you extra for seasoning, guess what? You're still getting fleeced. Siege X is coming. And it's not a sequel. It's a synthetic rebrand. A monetization makeover. Tencent strategy. Take what you loved, lobotomize it, and sell Ollard's skull as new content. It's not evolution, it's a vivisection. Let's hop and vault to YouTube comments and play around a clown spotting. Because when I dropped first 10-cent nuke, Twonk Brigade showed up faster than streamers to a free graphics card. Behold wisdom of denial. Order RB4IY.
It went from 9 to 25%. Tad dramatic, aren't you?
Dramatic? Mate, when investors are threatening legal action, it's not drama, it's diagnosis. Your guy yelling, "It's just a cough," while ICU evacuates. Evan Szymanski 346.
Siege not getting worse. You don't have to pay for out.
Right, and you don't have to flush either, but eventually it stench spreads. Want new content? Operators? Access? Cosmetics that don't look like a budget rave? Time to grind like your rent depends on it. Siege didn't get better, it got monetized to death and propped up like Weekend at Bernie's. Gloria de Hippo.
Old man screaming at clouds.
That cloud is Tencent's data center, and I'm screaming cause it's harvesting your gameplay patterns like a Black Friday sale at your brain. Nostalgia didn't write this, Rage did. You're lagging.
Lots of yap with no tangible evidence.
Evidence? Here it is. Tom Henderson. You know, guy insiders trust more than the bosses, says shareholders are demanding a reversal. When people with money say it's a dumpster fire and you're still quoting corporate brochure, you're not informed, you're indoctrinated. Ovislove 666.
Nonsense.
Sure, just like NFTs were revolutionary, Stadia were future, and Anthem had potential. You know what's nonsense? Letting companies eat your lunch and thanking them for crumbs. So here it is. But corporate defenders, brand loyalists, and apologists too deep in Kool-Aid to swim. When someone yells buildings on fire, maybe look for flames before you mock alarm. Here's what Ubisoft and Tencent won't tell you. Siege in endgame, it's lab rat, testbed, dry run for somewhat worse. The trialing systems, measuring clicks, quantifying your frustration, and next, they'll scale it. Assassin's Creed Shadows, cosmetic carnage inbound. Far Cry 7, Battle Pass villain editions are coming. Ghost Recon, bet your MVGs it'll be PvP dopamine casino in camo. This ain't gaming, it's a UX skin over a data mine. Tencent don't invest to improve, they invest to extract. Your time, your wallet, your behaviour. Ubisoft used to build experiences, now they build funnels. And Siege? It's perfect illusion. It still fires, still pings, still sells fantasy. But soul? Gone. This is line. No more just cosmetics. No more it'll get better next season. No more clapping while they gut your childhood and sell ribs as DLC. Push back now, or watch every franchise you love become another statistical product. Uninstall Siege, cancel your pre-orders, flood lies with fury of gamers who remember what passion used to look like. If you're still here, you're not just a viewer, you're part of Resistance. Join Discord, follow on X, check out memberships. All links are below. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, drop your thoughts and questions in comments. I might just feature them on channel. I'll see you next time, you magnificent.